2025 is well underway, and we're jumping into Samsung's lineup, starting with the Samsung S85F OLED. It's Samsung's entry-level OLED, but unlike last year's Samsung S85D, this one uses a QD-OLED panel, at least in its two smaller sizes in North America. The rest of the world gets WOLED panels in all sizes. Does that make it worth an upgrade over last year's WOLED S85D? Hey, I'm Marco from RTINGS.com, and I'll walk you through this complicated offering. We've reviewed the 65-inch model, so our comments apply on the two QD-OLED sizes. It's a Samsung OLED, so if you're expecting great image quality, you're not wrong. But, like with most OLEDs, it's definitely not the brightest TV around. Its brightness is adequate, sure, but it doesn't get very bright, peaking at around 750 nits in very small highlights, and dropping to a very low 150 nits in entirely bright scenes. That sounds disappointing, we know, but brightness works in tandem with something else OLEDs are really good at: contrast. Yeah, it's an OLED, which means it has perfect blacks, 0 nits with known decimals. So even though the TV isn't that bright, when you place those highlights next to blacks that are completely dark, the end result is highlights that pop off the screen, even when they're not that bright. It's the magic of OLED. Plus, since the TV doesn't have any dimming zones, there's absolutely no blooming next to bright elements. And there are no lighting zone transitions to speak of, so no trailing or haloing behind bright highlights. As for colors in HDR, fear not. The QD-OLED models of this TV are extremely colorful in HDR. As expected, they display dark, saturated colors very well thanks to perfect contrast, and they render most bright colors nicely too, aside for some reds and magentas. Overall, this is a very colorful TV, at least if you have one of the QD-OLED sizes. HDR colors are also pretty accurate out of the box. Not crazy accurate, but accurate. There's too much blue in every shade of gray, which makes the overall color temperature cold, and there are few tone mapping errors. Still, most viewers will find it accurate enough. You know what is incredibly accurate? This TV's HDR Brightness tracking. It's remarkable how closely the set hugs the PQ curve. Seriously, look at it. The S85F really respects the content creator's intent. For SDR lovers, the TV is bright enough to provide a comfortable experience. In SDR, it can't lean as heavily on those perfect blacks, so it might not feel as poppy as it does in HDR, but it's still bright enough to handle rooms with a few lights. In sports content, which tends to be brighter, the TV can look a bit dim, as its overall brightness drops when the entire screen is lit up. Even though it isn't super bright in SDR, it handles reflections very well. Got a wall of windows behind you? Don't worry. The screen reduces direct reflections convincingly. It also excels with total reflected light in mixed lighting. There are some caveats though. This TV has noticeably raised blacks in brighter rooms, alongside a slight pink tint in the same bright room conditions thanks to the lack of a polarizer. Moving on to SDR colors, this TV's SDR color volume is outstanding. Most SDR content is in the Rec. 709 color space, and this TV, like most modern TVs, can cover 100% of that space. The TV also delivers vibrant SDR content in DCI-P3 and BT2020, as it covers almost the entirety of the DCI-P3 space, and it covers about 80% of the BT2020 space. Overall, this TV delivers bright colors in SDR, at least on its QD-OLED models. These colors are very accurate indeed. Almost no one will feel a burning desire to calibrate, although the TV's color temperature is too cold out of the box, which may bother some serious color purists. One of the biggest strengths of OLED TVs, besides contrast, is their wide viewing angles, and the S85F looks fantastic even from wider seating perspective, which means it's perfect if you like to host big watch parties. Samsung isn't typically known for its best-in-class processing, but this set may surprise you. Its low-quality content smoothing is decent and preserves detail quite well, but it leaves some noticeable macro blocking. Upscaling is much more impressive, as old DVDs or lower-res streams, like in 480p, 720p, or 1080p, even look clean. They're still soft, but pretty refined overall. Lastly, HDR gradient handling is outstanding. Banding is tough to spot unless you're hunting for it. Gamers are in for a treat. It has nearly instantaneous pixel transitions with no noticeable blur behind any fast motion, with very low input lag. It also doesn't lose any of its brightness and contrast in game mode. If anything, it's a bit brighter. If this TV has one weakness, it's limited to 120Hz at 4K. Most TVs at this price point have 165Hz support in 2025, making this TV feel a little bit behind the curve. It doesn't matter for console gamers, although next-gen consoles are likely to be a year or two away, 3 at most. But it might matter to those of you wanting to plug this TV into a powerful PC. The S85F offers 4 full bandwidth HDMI 2.1 ports. Always nice. As on all Samsung sets, there's no Dolby Vision. Samsung backs HDR10 Plus instead. DTS pass-through is absent, which is a bummer if you don't have a dedicated receiver. It also doesn't pass through Dolby Digital Plus 7.1. Instead, it downsamples it to 5.1. Okay, this is our first OLED review of the year, so comparisons lean on 2024 models. Mainly its predecessor, the Samsung S85D, and that TV's main rival, the LG B4 OLED. The S85F is much brighter in HDR, especially in game mode. Far more colorful in SDR and HDR, more accurate, and much better with reflections. The drawbacks? Its blacks lift noticeably in bright rooms, with a slight pink tint. And it can cost nearly twice as much. As older models go out of stock, the price gap may shrink. But right now, the jump is steep. Is it worth it? Well, that depends on your budget. But it'll be a moot point soon enough as the older models go out of stock. The B4 is a bit brighter overall, and more accurate, especially in HDR. It has slightly better low-quality content smoothing. Samsung counters that with richer colors, wider viewing angles, and superior reflection handling, though its blacks are noticeably raised in bright rooms next to the LG. Home theater fans may prefer the LG for Dolby Vision and DTS support, plus it's significantly cheaper. Here, we're more likely to recommend the LG B4 outright, as it competes closely, but for a much lower price. Still, if you know you're into vibrant colors and you don't care about accuracy or Dolby Vision, then the Samsung might be the TV for you. But if we're sticking to last year's models, then just go with last year's Samsung S90D. It's better in almost every way next to the S85F, with a far brighter and even more colorful panel. PC gamers will appreciate its 144Hz support, and overall, there's really no downside to this TV next to the S85F. It's cheaper to boot. Grab it while it's still in stock. Overall, the QD-OLED Samsung S85F is a great TV for most people, but it's hard to judge based on its noticeable price hike. Compared to last year's models, it's not a very good deal, and we've yet to see how it stacks up to similar models. Your purchasing decision is also made more complicated by the bigger models of this TV having a WOLED panel versus the QD-OLED panels on the 2 smallest sizes. There's really no advantage in going with the WOLED models, as it's bound to be less colorful and it's still lacking features such as Dolby Vision and DTS audio support. Of course, if you're shopping outside of North America, all sizes have WOLED panels. As we review more TVs throughout the year, we'll be sure to come back to the S85F to see how it compares to the other comparable models. That's it for our look at the Samsung S85F. Are you sold on its QD-OLED performance, or would you rather save some money on last year's models? How do you think it will stack up against other 2025 TVs? Let us know in the comments and check out our written review in the description below. Until next time, I'm Marco from RTINGS.com, where we help you find the best products for your needs.
That was so serious.
I will look straight into your soul.
Hello, I'm under the water.
Now.